Right, welcome back to 3 o'clock, guys. And today, as usual, we have our good friends Gerald and CR to discuss the topic for the day for our men community. As usual, we are here to create a community for our male viewers and then also to learn more about the process. Okay, so the topic for today is, should marriage be the top priority for men? Okay, so as usual, I will be the one starting off this thing. I think that there should be a very, how to say, different distinction between marriage and wedding. Okay? So what I mean, right, is that most of the time people just focus on the wedding itself. Like they think that, oh, the wedding is everything. Then they need to have a very grand wedding lah, invite a lot of people lah, must be this, must be that kind of thing. Then they don't really go and think so much about what's gonna happen after the wedding. Yeah. And I feel like, this is my own opinion, I feel like a lot of people, they get married for the wrong reasons or not a strong enough reason. Example, like they feel like, okay, time's up, you know, maybe for the woman, okay, I need to give birth, so I need to get married. Or they get together for like 10 years, then they think, okay, now it's time to get married. Or they want a kid, that kind of thing. But do they actually go and think about like, are they able to live together, you know, as a couple after that? So do I think that marriage is should be a top priority for men, right? I'm not too sure, but I can't really speak for all women. But on the contrary, right, side for women, right, I think most of the women, they think that marriage is a life goal for them. It's like a must-do thing for them. But I feel like as a man, I don't think it should be a top priority. Yeah, because I think for the man, you should be focusing more on your own self-development, your career and everything. Then marriage can come naturally after that, I think. Because, to be honest, getting married is very expensive in Singapore, okay? If you don't have the money, the resources and stuff like that, right, you don't really, you know, are able to get married. So, that's my opinion. I don't know about these two guys. What do y'all think? Okay, because my friends here, right, they are all married, and I'm the only one single. So my opinion might be very one-sided, so I need to hear from them.
Okay, I think we need to provide some context first.
Yeah.
So I will start by sharing the story of my marriage.
Okay.
Then maybe after that, CR can share his marriage story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been married for more than 3 years already. I've dated my wife for at least 8 years, including the 3 years that we were married.
Okay.
Okay, so just now you brought up a point about marrying for the wrong reasons / right reasons.
Right.
So I'm going to share how I got married.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 years back, my business was still not booming.
Okay.
Yeah, it was still not the 7-figure revenue mark.
Okay.
I was struggling lah. But my wife, her dad, right, was very ill, and he passed away while she was actually on a flight, serving passenger.
Okay.
She only knew about it when she landed in Singapore.
Okay.
So imagine losing, you know, the fatherly figure in your life, right?
Okay.
And not being there at his last moments. So this was very traumatizing for her.
Yeah.
And she wanted to build a life in Singapore.
Okay.
This is where her future was supposed to be. That was her plans.
Okay.
So in order to give her this sense of security and to provide like a manly figure in her life, right? I proposed to my wife.
Okay.
Do you think this was a good reason for getting married?
Wow, you can't ask me this, I mean, if like two people are very sincere towards each other, I think it's a good enough reason, no? Yeah, because I think because you all dated for a long time already, right? So you all know what each other want, what is each other's like temperament and everything. So I think to want to have the desire to be her so-called like pillar of strength and something like that, right? I think it's a good enough reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in hindsight, okay, but before I share with you what was the truth about it, right?
Okay.
The disclaimer is that my wife and I are very happy today.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that all the
Okay.
time. So,
Right.
in hindsight, it was the wrong reason to propose to my wife.
Okay.
It was, first of all, I made the assumption that she needed this sense of security.
Okay.
That was the first mistake.
Okay.
The second issue, right, was that at that point of time, I was so engrossed in making my business work. Wow, bro, I tell you, I went through hell, man. It's like, life wasn't like that last time. Like, when I started Yummy Bros, I only had $4,000 in my bank account. And I was 30 years old. So, for a 30-year-old Singaporean man to only have $4,000 in his bank account and not have a stable income is a big problem.
Okay.
So I was very engrossed in my career.
Okay.
Therefore, I did not give much thought into what I want in a marriage.
Okay.
The third issue was that I did not speak to my then girlfriend what she wanted in a marriage.
Right.
And I could not assess whether I could provide that or not.
Okay. You just thought like what you could provide is what she wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it was the problems arise because of the assumption made and also not exploring each other's needs in a marriage.
Understand.
So that actually caused quite a bit of problems in our marriage. Yeah, because we were trying to discover exactly what we needed and what the other party needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to answer the question of should marriage be a top priority in a man's life, right? I would say that it's no. The top priority, right, should be building a relationship where you understand each other's needs on a daily basis. I have a friend who shared with me this very wise piece of advice. How does he keep his marriage so blissful and happy, right? Is that he tells himself that actually I don't know my wife very well.
Okay.
And every day, right, I'm on a journey to
learn
more about my wife.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
True.
That is my answer to today's topic lah. The priority shouldn't be the marriage.
Okay.
The priority should be building that relationship.
Okay, like marriage is like a so-called like a byproduct in some sense.
Yeah, it's a
so
byproduct.
once you're like so-called like understanding and then be there for each other, then marriage can come by lah.
Yes.
As like a stepping stone or like a next benchmark like that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. CR?
Yeah, you want to share with us like how your marriage started and all?
I guarantee. Like I and my wife get married is really truly purely out of love.
Okay.
And she's a girl, like she look very girly, but actually her character is a bit manly. So she don't she treat all the guys' friends like bro.
Okay.
Then when I get together with her, she tell me like she feels like this is the feeling of love. Yeah. So from there we date and all.
Okay.
Then last time when I cutting for all my clients that is married, I always ask them, how do you know that you want to get married to this girl? Then they told me like they don't really know. Like when the feeling comes, it comes. So I don't really understand until the day that I think that I want to propose to my wife. So I believe that's the feeling. Then I proposed to her, but before I set up the hotel room and whatever thing that I want to propose to her, I know that she will not feel very touched or she will not cry or like, because she is very man. Her character is very man. So, but I still set up everything. I still propose. Then when I FaceTime her mother, and I leave the phone there and bring her into the hotel room. Once I start to tell her all the things that we went through and all, before I kneel down, she really start crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to cry also.
What was that like the first few times that your wife actually expressed deep, profound emotion?
This is the most girly part of her I
see.
Yeah, she is very manly.
Okay.
Yeah, I expect she will not cry and she will just tell me like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but she cried and she like, I knew that for very long because she didn't take the ring, she just keep crying. Then in my heart like, hey, please say, You know, like
Faster, I want to get
faster
up.
Yeah, I feel like it's not the end goal because even after I sign the paper, I feel like I'm not married.
Yeah.
Because it's so comfortable,
Right.
and the marriage is just a cert.
A process
that, yeah, it's just a cert that
Right.
we can buy a house, we
Okay,
are
okay.
legally husband and wife. But
Okay.
if let's say we can buy a house, we can have kids and all without signing this,
It's okay also.
it's okay.
True. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I feel like somebody I don't want to target this thing or what. Like they married with a wrong reason. Let's say like their girlfriend boyfriend for like 1-2 months, and the girl get pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they think like, oh, we need to get married. But I feel like all these reasons, whatever reason or whatever love that you all have, like the communication very important, and understand each other is very important. That is just the marriage is just a cert. I feel. Yeah, I feel it's very important. Communication is very important.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. I think it's very good insights from both of my friends because they're all married and I'm not. But I mean, maybe my end goal is also to get married lah. But I feel like I can resonate with what you all say because like the process of understanding your partner is very important. Because if you cannot understand your partner, right, there's no need to talk about marriage. So me and my girlfriend, we actually because all of us have a foreigner girlfriend.
Yeah. How long have you been dating, huh?
1.5 years lah.
Okay.
1.5 years, yeah. So initially when we got together, right, we thought like it was okay because we can so-called like connect to each other quite a bit. But after got together for a longer time, right, we realized there's a lot of differences between us, like lifestyle-wise and everything. Yeah, so she has to travel lah, she has to do things like when she like very impromptu lah. Like for me, I'm not that much of a traveler and everything. So there's some like quarrels here and there, and also character differences. Okay, so what I understood is that every couple has their own different needs, and so-called like everybody has their own so-called bad experiences from previous relationships or childhood or whatsoever. Then we have to actually go deep enough, right, to understand the partner's problems and stuff like that. Because let's say example, my girlfriend has insecurities. It might not be because of me, It might be because of her childhood or whatever she had last time and blah blah blah. And I have to be there for her to so-called tackle this problem. I told her all the time, like I cannot take away your past traumas or whatsoever, but I can try to minimize them as your partner and go through it together. So that's how you all build like something together, like instead of like having superficial goals or whatsoever. It's not that not good, but you need to understand your partner more. That's what I feel like. Then comes the marriage. Yeah, because especially for you all, right? Because your wives are from different country, I think there's a bit more understanding to work on. Yeah,
Yes.
because communication, cultural difference and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so that sums up our own opinion. So now let's go for some viewers' questions. Okay, so the first question is that, yo, Jason, I'm currently dating this girl. We are both enjoying the relationship. However, she's a divorcee and isn't interested in marriage. I want to get married. How should I approach this? I'm 37 and the pressure from my parents is very tough. Okay. Wow. This is a tough question, actually.
I think the number one, dating a divorcee, and number two, being late 30s and being pressured is common.
Really?
Like I think a lot of people are facing this. So
Okay.
dear viewer, don't feel so pressured. It's okay. Like
We are
there's
here
a lot
to
of
help.
people, that's facing this thing also.
I think if the guy show the girl the secure and show the girl that he can be
The man.
the good husband and all. I think don't need to ask or don't need to like discuss or what. The girl automatically will feel like, I feel like I want to get married again. I think so.
I'm not sure, man, because I think the repulsiveness from getting married again is like a trauma for the girl, because she wouldn't want to go through the same shit. Like maybe she think like, oh, now I get married, later I divorce again, how?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's very hard to convince her to get married because I don't think she sees a reason to get married again. Yeah, like just two people happily together is good enough for her. Yeah, but I think for on the guy's side, right? The pressure from the parents. I mean, nowadays, parents are still a problem. I think yeah, this is another thing I want to talk about. Getting married for the wrong reason. Sometimes your parents pressure you, then you want to get married. So that's not a good reason actually, I think. So I think for this guy, right, you can actually talk to your parents, like what do you actually want and what is the whole situation about. I know you want to get married also, but you need to respect the partner's decision also. So I think maybe you all can give each other a little bit more time to talk about this, and then probably try by moving in and stay with each other first. Then experience.
I think that is very important.
Yeah, to experience the so-called married life, because getting married and dating is very different, I feel.
Yeah.
Once you get married and then there's all these like little daily things that you do, like the toothpaste never put properly, the toothbrush the toilet seat never put down, all these can lead to a lot of quarrels. Yeah. So my friend, the wife never put the cup back to the basin, quarrel, something like that. Yeah, so I think you all can live together first and see whether like you all can go through this living together phase first, then you all can decide want to get married or not. Yeah, but ultimately it's still up to the girl actually, you cannot force her.
I think still back to the communication.
Correct. Yeah.
But it seems to me that this viewer, he did say that he wants to get married, right?
Correct.
But is it because of the pressure from the parents, or because he innately wants to get married?
I think he himself also want then the parents also pressure Yeah, so I don't know, man.
Now the girl is like traumatized with the previous marriage.
Yeah.
We gotta answer this guy's thing So I think there can be two ways to go about it Number one, if he's not really sure that he wants to get married, that's one possible route. So he's basically just being pressurized. So I think the strategy would be to figure out what you want.
Yeah.
So scenario number two is that he really wants to get married. So I think that you would really want to get married because you really love this girl.
Correct.
Then I think the strategy would be to find a way to assure this woman that hey, marrying me is fine and it won't happen again.
Correct.
But ultimately, if she's not ready, then she's not ready.
Yeah, because I think you cannot force marriage, right? I think another thing I want to talk about is like the difference between a guy and a girl, right? To get married is like a guy wants to get married because of this like feeling. Yeah, like you just want to like you don't have to prepare for it. It just comes to you like, okay, I want to marry this girl, like one fine day, random day. But for a female, they will like
think a lot.
Yeah, correct. They'll think like,
a lot of
can this guy, provide? Can this guy, blah blah blah, that
trust
kind of thing. Yeah, so there's a very big difference. So to tackle this question, you need to see what the girl wants also in a marriage. Yeah, then see whether you can assure her or not. Then take your time. But if she really don't want, then I don't know, then find another girl. I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't know, man. Yeah, but just try our best.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next question.
Okay, so the next question is from a female. Okay, hi guys. I love my boyfriend a lot and he wants to get married. He's perfect and my dream guy. Wow, there's perfect guy in the world. Okay. But the one thing stopping me is that he's in debt. I want to help him through it, but should I wait it out? I really love him. Ooh.
I think must know why is he in debt. Yeah, got a lot of reason like he spend it like drinking or like because of the business or because of the family. If it's a good reason, then I think it's fine because at the end of the day, this guy have a good heart or a good character that want to help the business or want to help the family. But if he use
to gamble, that kind of stuff,
drugs, drinking, then I think you need to reconsider.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Joe?
Yeah, quite straightforward. I feel like. One thing. Love, right, is not the most important thing in a marriage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
As you grow older, you will understand. Yeah.
Like what? like what?
Okay, so you know there's this phrase that's like 爱情不能当面包吃. You know?
My Chinese cannot.
Oh, sorry. To translate, love cannot eat.
What, eat bread, something what? Don't know
Yeah,
what.
love cannot be like a bread for you to eat. That means you will still starve if you have don't have other factors and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
okay, I mean,
yes.
to make it very like so-called practical, right? Marriage has a lot of things to consider. You need to think about, it's not just two people, oh, 我爱你,你爱我, love each other, then that's it. There's a lot of things to consider, whether you can support each other, whether you can financially support each other, whether you can, a lot of things lah. So it's not just as simple as what we thought when we were 18. I think that like, oh, fairy tale, like, two people get married. You're fucking married, your fucking like wedding, dinner, whatever, costs so much already. So that's a lot of things to consider. Okay, but anyway, a bit digressing. So back to this question, I also think so, like, you need to find out the reason why this guy's in debt lah. If it's for a good reason, like business, like failure or whatever, that kind of stuff, he needs money to like, roll. Yeah, then you can try and help lah. Because after all, being together or getting married is being there for each other, man. Yeah, so you cannot like be there when this person is at the lowest. You cannot be there when he's the highest also. Same for the female as well. The guy has to be there for the female lah, right? Yeah, so I think find out the reason why first. So that's about that. The next question is from a guy. So my girlfriend is pregnant. Her family is it's giving me a lot of pressure to marry her. Help me. Yeah, I think, so this comes back to, I think this is a very practical question. Like when you have a shotgun, should you get married? I mean, this is a very sensitive topic. Should you get married or should you like abort the child? So a lot of people, they think like abortion is a very bad thing lah, okay? I think I need to be very careful in this topic. Okay, I will voice my own opinion first. You can agree or don't agree, so it's up to you lah, okay? There's no right or wrong answer for this, I feel, okay? So I think if you're not ready for a child, then I think it's better not to get married. Yeah, I wouldn't say abortion is the right thing to do. But honestly, if you are like not ready and stuff like that, right, then you bring this child to this world and then you are causing more harm to the child than whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then what is the point actually?
Yeah, there's more damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the point is that, let's say you are very young and then you get shotgun. Then your life from there is just like that already. It's all about the kid and stuff like that anymore. You most likely are not able to do what you want anymore.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just being very practical here, okay? They can have a different opinion, okay? So I think if you are not ready, but let's say if your life goal is to have a kid, and then just that it came very early, then sure, go for it. Go for the marriage and everything. Because people say there is no right time for marriage or for a kid, to be honest. They say like you can work it after you are married. You can work it after you have a kid. Because nobody is born to be a parent. Nobody is born to get married, that kind of thing. Like there's no perfect marriage. So you need to work on that after you get married or having a child. So I think if you can think that you have the capability, the potential to raise your child in a very good manner, then sure, go for it, go for the marriage. But if you're not, then you have to reconsider, I feel. Yeah. You?
I feel like it depends on how much love both of them have. It's not about like, oh, now got kid, then
we must get married.
We must get married.
Yeah.
It's how much you both need each other, how much you both love each other, and you all really need to sit down and talk about it. Then I feel like there's like what you say. There's no right time to get married. There's no right time to have a kid. So I think the most importantly is who is the partner. Yeah. If the partner is wrong, no matter you're at which phase of life, no matter how old you are, it's still gonna be bad.
Yeah, okay.
If the right person, right, even you are at 20, I think it's still it's still okay.
Correct.
I think this is very, very important. Yeah.
Joe?
I'm not the best person to ask regarding this
question.
viewers issue lah. Like, wait, is a female, is it?
A guy. The
guy,
girlfriend,
the girlfriend
is
is
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm not the best person to
Okay.
ask because I am not into kids. I don't want to have kids.
Okay.
So because of that, I'm very mindful.
Okay.
I practice extremely safe sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sex is not the only thing that is important in a marriage.
But it's very important.
It is important, yes.
Yeah, I think it's very important. I think that can be another topic also.
I put a priority on safe sex. So if using contraceptives, is it?
Yeah,
basically use
yeah.
condom lah.
Okay.
Yeah, and pull out, oral shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
okay. I think we can talk a bit briefly, right, on like. Fuck you. Okay, never mind. That one can another day. So to finish up this question, right? I think to sum it up, you have to know what you want, lah. Yeah, if you, like I said, if your life goal is to have a kid, a family, right, then go ahead and get married ASAP. Because that's what you want anyway, just like came earlier, much earlier. If not, right, then you really have to discuss, like, I don't want to use the word, but, is abortion an option also, lah. Okay, we have to be very practical about this, right? Cannot be just like, oh yeah, you do what you want, not that kind of thing. So it's a very realistic problem that you have to go and really think about it.
Yeah, need to consult like your religious views and all this kind of stuff also. Like there's a lot of things to consider.
I think the best thing is to also talk to like both families and see what the families think, lah. I mean, the most important thing is that if the family can support this whole situation, then it helps a lot actually. Yeah. Okay. Right. That sums up that question. So the next one will be: is there an ideal age for guys to get married?
For guys to get married.
I think we as guys we don't really care.
Correct.
Yeah, it's more of the opposite gender because of the biological clock thingy. If kids is a priority. Yeah. Sorry. There is one thing lah, like societal pressure.
Okay.
Like some guys actually think that my friends are getting married at 28, so I must also get married at around 28.
Yeah.
You feel like, I'm late already.
You're missing out.
And then there's this BTO thing also.
Okay.
If let's say you want to get BTO, then
You wait 3 years, 4 years.
you gotta have you must show your ROM cert when you
Correct.
get the keys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is another factor that pressurizes men and women into
No, I feel
getting
like
married.
it's like peer pressure. Peer pressure.
No, okay. When I was young, right, I was thinking like, I want to get married at a young age. I don't know
Why?
No, it's just a feeling, lor. Like I see people like movies or whatever, they get married and then it's like a very happy thing, from the movies, But actually, it's not really, lah. Okay. So I wanted to get married at a very young age, but then as I grow older, right, then it didn't happen until now. So I don't think there's like an ideal age, because if you put an ideal age for yourself, right, you're putting pressure on yourself. Yeah. So whenever you are ready, like what we said, right, as guys we have this like
feeling
to get
that
married.
you cannot explain.
Correct. Then you get married during then, lor. Because if not, then you're just forcing it, ma. Yeah. So I don't think there's an ideal age. I've seen like people or like stories, right? They get married at 70 years old, that kind of thing, and they're still happy, yeah. So I don't think there's an ideal age, for guys.
Yeah, there's no deadline, man.
Yeah. Love comes at any time.
But I think for guys to get married, I think for me, the best age is about like 33 to about 35, like that.
Okay.
I feel.
Why?
So when you're more stable,
More stable in career-wise, more mature,
Yeah.
and you see more things, and you really know like what you want.
Yeah, I think that's true, because like as you grow older, you have like more life experiences and stuff like that, right? Then you are more mature in dealing with like different situations, even in a marriage. So if I compare myself now to when I was younger, right? While younger, I was like very,
Crazy.
not crazy lah, like how to say, bad temper lah, short temper also. So nowadays I'm more mild and everything. Like things happen, I just okay, whatever. But last time I was just like, oh fuck you, that kind of thing.
I
Then
do
I
smash the door.
then go away, that kind of thing. Ask the girlfriend to go and die, that kind of. So something like that lah. Okay, as you grow older, I think ideal is not ideal, but you take time for yourself to grow up first, then you get married. I think that's a better choice. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a question I want to ask you guys. Because your wives are foreigners, right? So is there any difference like marrying a foreigner? Okay, I mean you didn't marry a Singaporean, but is there any difference? Like what the process or whatever?
Process?
To get married to a foreigner. Is there any difference or what extra things you have to do?
Apply for like PR or like long-term pass. I think that is, I don't know for other people, I think for me it's a bit
Troublesome.
because there's a lot of documents that you need to submit, then you need to wait for this approval, and you need to, that is very, for me it's a bit tiring, but on the bright side, I think it's also a good experience. So like when someone asks you, you know, a lot of my clients that they want to marry foreigners, they will ask me, hey, what I should do, what I should look out for.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a good experience.
Right.
But the document is, I think, is a bit too
It's
much.
a bitch,
Yeah, so my wife just recently got a PR, but it wasn't easy. So it was over 5 years,
Wow.
3 applications. First
Wow.
application, we were not married.
Okay.
Second application, we were married, but I was broke.
Okay.
Third application, we were married,
And you're not
and
broke,
I'm
right?
not broke.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that finally got it.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was
I
over
heard-
5 years.
I heard
Wow.
for PR and long-term pass, they see the income, and it also depends on which country this guy
Yeah,
comes from.
apparently there's like a
Yeah.
quota or something like that.
Like maybe you're from Vietnam or maybe you're from like Myanmar or I don't know, like
They're not so successful.
it's not so successful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
need to wait longer or
Okay.
you need to apply like 2-3 times.
Wow.
I think so.
I consulted my MP on my wife's PR application.
Okay.
And I must say that the advice that he has given is spot on. I will vote for this guy again.
Okay.
But I think the main thing is that you need to provide value lah.
The wife?
Everybody, your wife and you as a couple
Okay,
need to provide
Like
value.
if there's
Wow.
house under both your name or what, I think it's easier, or like you have kids in Singapore, it's easier.
Yeah.
I,
I see,
I
I
think
see.
so. Because
Yeah.
I got a friend married to a Thai woman, and he applied for long-term pass, and they reject.
Even long-term
visit
pass also
pass also
cannot.
rejected.
Long-term visit pass they reject, and eventually she get pregnant and she give birth in Singapore.
Then
Okay.
Then they approve.
Okay, so I think we talk about the practical aspects on like why marriage is important.
Okay.
Okay, so if let's say you are earning say maybe middle income and you want to get a house, if you are Singaporean married to a foreigner, right? Your loan assessment, right, will be just based on your
own.
individual income.
Right.
There are things that you can do to factor in your spouse income as well, lah.
Okay.
But there is more process.
Right.
Yeah, so that is one of the practical reasons why you want to get married.
Okay, okay,
know,
okay.
and
So if you're
then-
married, then you can factor in your spouse's income for the loan as well, lah.
It's a bit more troublesome, but
Okay.
once your wife becomes a PR,
Yeah,
right?
okay,
Then automatically both is being assessed.
Okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we have our last question, okay. Hi, Phil O'Clock. My girlfriend's family hates me. I'm not the right race. Oof. My job is something they look down on. Oof. I'm also from broken family. Wow. Bro, I feel for you, man. And I have been to prison. Wow.
Wow, this guy like have everything.
They are a very high income family. My girlfriend and I want to get married. Is the family's opinion important? Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have all of this lah, but I have the different race one. I dated a Malay for 4 years, you know.
Okay.
I tried fasting
Wow.
during reservist. Wow, cannot. 4 hours I die already. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have everything lah. I
Okay,
got the
okay,
race
okay.
part only. So the family didn't really approve lah because I was Chinese.
Okay, so the main question. Okay, we need to focus. I think the question here is the family's opinion important? Okay, I will start off first. Okay, I'm a very practical person. So I feel like marriage, right, is two people's thing, like me and my wife. So I wouldn't say I don't care about the family's opinion, but I think that the focus should be on our own needs and wants. Yeah, not what the family wants of the wife. I say the family say like, oh, your husband must be this, that. That's what the family wants, ma. Not what the girl wants, ma. Now, if the girl wants like whatever, Angmo, Malay, whatever, then go ahead lah.
But bro, you know when you marry a person,
marry the family
yeah,
also,
it's like one whole package, one happy
Yes,
meal
yes, yes.
come on,
I think that if you and the family can be in like harmony, right, that'll be the best lah.
Yeah.
But then again, like the family is not gonna be so-called like living with you in some sense, or like be in your life during the marriage phase, ma. It's you and your wife, ma, and you and your wife and the kid next time, your kid lah. So I mean, if you can have the family to help you and support you, that would be the best. But if not, I think it's really two people's thing, lor.
There'll be obstacles, obstacles like.
Yeah.
It's like if let's say you order char kway teow, then you don't eat the taugeh. You got the one by one take out the taugeh. So like having unsupportive in-laws, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit like the taugeh, you know. You cannot have a good time, you know. It's gonna be very challenging.
Yeah, true lah.
You gotta navigate your way through the taugeh and all, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You eh?
For me, I
Family
feel like
opinion.
family opinion is very important.
Mm.
And if the girl side family don't really like that guy, I think it's also the guy's job
To make it better lah.
to make things better.
Yeah.
To show the family that I'm not against this thing. I'm trying to show you how much I can do for your daughter. Because we put ourselves in the family shoes. If I have a daughter, right, I also won't
anyhow let her marry
to someone.
Yeah.
I also must make sure this guy is really okay to take care of my daughter. Then I will let her go. But if I see this guy cannot really
Can't make it
cannot really support or like emotionally unstable, like scream at my daughter and all, then
Okay.
I don't want my daughter to go through all these things.
But what if the person like work very hard, then still cannot? Because of like
Then
social status and stuff like that.
I think then
Yeah.
then
Like the race cannot change, man. You want to work so hard, you still cannot change your race.
true.
You know,
true, yeah.
you want to. So
Then it's like what you say, lor. It depends on what the girl want, already, you know.
correct.
Yeah, because the girl need to choose either you or the family.
Yeah.
So now you try your best, and now you need to take one step back, let the girl choose like
Correct.
what she.
Yeah.
But doesn't really matter, right? If like even married, the girl want to visit the family, then you don't go.
Yeah, lor.
I don't think there's any big issue. Like you just don't see him, lor. But but the girl cannot complain, lah. If let's say one day you raise your voice at her, she cannot go to the family and tell them like, hey, you know, Jason screamed at me. Then they will start saying like, I tell you don't marry him already, you know.
I told you so, all that crap.
So the girl cannot complain, lah.
Yeah.
The girl must 100% sure
Yeah.
he's the one.
But usually the in-laws and the and then the the partner thing is a very big problem.
Yeah.
Because even if let's say the person, the in-laws accept you, and then they not happy with this and that and everything, it's still gonna be a problem also.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so they can talk about a lot of shit about you and stuff like
True,
that. So
if the family have high expectation, normally the guy is a bit
on
tough.
the losing end.
It's a bit
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, so I guess to answer this question, right, family opinion is important in some sense, but ultimately it depends on you and your partner lah. If your partner can be very supportive of you and then elope with you, run away with you, then all the best lah. But then again, you yourself also have to be, try your best to let the family accept you and be the best version of yourself.
But can tell that this guy is trying very hard, you know or not?
I mean, the way he put it is like, he seems like he's trying very hard lah. Yeah. So that's our opinion, right? Okay, so that's the last question. I hope you can get some insights out from this. If you're not married, these are some of the good insights you can have. If you are planning to get married, you can also watch our video. So we have come to the end of today's topic. Okay, is marriage supposed to be a top priority for men? Look forward to our next episode as we discuss more topics that men face. Okay, see you the next time. Bye bye.
Bye.